Hey, beautiful students, this is Teacher Josh. I hope you had a great weekend. I know I had a wonderful weekend. Um, how's your day going so far? I hope you were able to grab some coffee, find a quiet place, and just be ready to learn some English. All right, let's jump into today's lesson and talk about what we hope to accomplish today. All right. What do I hope you'll be able to do by the end of today's lesson? I want you to practice and start to understand how to write a paragraph about personality types and jobs. We've been learning a lot of new words about personality types, like outgoing, um, like fun-loving. Many of the words from our last lesson, like artist, creative, intellectual, outgoing. These are all vocabulary we can use to talk about personality types. Jobs. We've talked about how certain personalities work well with certain jobs. So we're gonna look at how do we put this in writing? How do we use these words to make a beautiful paragraph? All right, the other thing we want to talk about is using descriptive adjectives in writing. I don't know about you, but I love food, and I like food with good taste. So think of adjectives like spices, okay? Adjectives describe nouns. A noun is a thing, anything, person, place, thing, idea. We add something onto it to describe it, like handsome, teacher, or beautiful, teacher, or smart, student, or clever, student. See, these words, clever, smart, handsome, these are all adjectives describing a person. So we're going to talk about adjectives that work really well to describe different kinds of people, different personality types. So you ready? Here we go. All right, before we jump into our writing lesson, I want to back up and review some of the vocabulary from the previous lesson. The words were artists, you can see them right here, artists, creative, intellectual, outgoing, personality, and type. All right, so let's see if we can do a match of these words with these meanings. So if I say, for example, I enjoy meeting others, which one would you say this is? Well, if you said, let me pull out my arrow here. Let's see here. All right, let's just do red. All right. So if I say enjoys meeting others, which one of these words would you say? You got it. Outgoing. If I say, ooh, I don't like that. That's kind of like messing up our space here. All right, let's try this. Let's go. All right, here we go. Enjoys meeting others. That would be outgoing. How about like to imagine things that are new and different? Likes to imagine things that are new and different. What do you think? This is someone who's creative. What about someone who likes thinking about problems? What kind of person likes to think about problems and solving them? You got it. Intellectual. Intellectual. Think, act, and feel in different ways. Think, act, and feel in different ways. What do you think? Personality. Personality. Whoop! There it is right there. Personality. Painters, dancers, or musicians. What kind of people do we call these people? We call them artists. Artists. Every kind of person. Well, that goes with type. Type. Good job. All right, let's jump down and take a look at the next activity and just review. All right, let me see. What would you guys say? Let's look at this side. A kind of person or thing. A kind of person or thing. That would be type. Good at making things that are new and different. Which one of these do you think is the right word for that? Good at making things that are new and different. Yes. Creative. Creative. A creative person loves making new things. Enjoys thinking and finding answers. Hey, this is an intellectual. An intellectual loves thinking about problems and solving them. A person who paints, dances, writes, or draws. These are amazing people. They are artists. The natural way a person thinks, feels, and acts. The natural way a person thinks, feels, and acts. This is their personality. Personality. Friendly. Friendly. What do you think? This would be an outgoing person, a very friendly person. All right, good job. Now, I want to do a quick review of the grammar as well. We're going to use the arcade, and we're going to go review a little bit of the grammar just to remind ourselves of what a gerund is. So we're going to look at a verb plus a gerund. All right, let's go see if we can do a little review here. All right, here we are. We're in the arcade. I want to recommend that you use the arcade. You can see the website up here, cambridge.org US. I'll put this link in the description below the video. So if you ever want to practice on the arcade, you can get in here. Okay? All right, let's see what it says. Choose the right word. Verbs plus gerunds. Click on the correct words. All right, well, let's see if we can do this. Does Nassim mind standing or stand in line? What do you think? Well, remember, a gerund ends in ing, so it's going to be standing. Yes, he does, or yes, he do. Okay, remember, when you have the subject is a he, a she, or an it, we always use does. This is a strange thing about English. If you have we, you, and they as your subject, then you use do. So let's check our answers. Good job. We got it right. Let's go to the next one. Do you like... Where's the gerund? Remember, verb ing. Painting. No, I don't. No, I don't. Good job. Okay, let's go to the next one. All right, let's take a look. Do Tony and Mike like run? Do Tony and Mike like running? Running. So there's your gerund again. And Tony and Mike, that's two boys. So that would be they, right? Do Tony and Mike like running? No, they don't. They, there it is. Don't. Notice the negative there. Still use the do. We, you, they, or I with the do. Put the negative on here, okay? They don't like or dislike it at all. So what do you think up here? It says, do Tony and Mike like running? No, they don't. They don't. This could be confusing. It tells us they don't like running here. There's a bunch of negatives. They don't, this makes it negative, like it at all. All right. Good job. Does Helen enjoy, there's your gerund, shopping for clothes? No, she doesn't. It's negative. Which one of these is negative? Hates or enjoys? Hates. Okay, let's check our answers. Good job. Do you like play or playing cards? Do you like, here's your gerund, verb ing, playing cards? Yes, we do. Which one do you want? This is a positive. Which one of these is positive? Hate or enjoy? Well, enjoy is positive. We enjoy it very much. All right. Hey, good job. That was a nice little review of verbs plus gerunds. All right. Let's go to today's lesson. All right. Students, this is lesson E, and we're talking about writing. Before you write, let's read the directions. It says, work in a small group. Think of adjectives that describe someone at work. Write them on the lines. Hey, before we go any further, let's talk about adjectives. What is an adjective? Let's take a look. Adjectives are words that describe people, places, and things. Man, these are the spices of the English language. Okay? So let's think of adjectives that maybe describe a person you work with. Think about the person next to you working. How would you describe that person? So take a minute, think about it, and then we'll come back and look at these words. All right? Okay, let's take a look at the words right here. Artistic. Artistic. Do you remember from last lesson? We just reviewed this. What kind of a person is artistic? Painters. They are dancers, musicians, really artsy. Okay? Super cool people. Creative. Ooh, is the person you work with creative? So do they come up with new ideas? Do they like dreaming of new things, new ways of doing things? Creative. They're a creative person. Friendly. Well, friendly. They're nice. They say hi. They smile. They are considerate of you and your feelings. They're friendly. How about hardworking? Do you guys know anyone that at work? I mean, they are a hard worker. They're before anyone else. They stay longer than anyone else. They work harder than anyone else. We also call these people workaholics. Workaholics. They don't know when to stop. Highly trained. Highly trained. Do you know someone that's highly trained at their job? Maybe it's an IT guy. He's highly trained on a certain program. Maybe it's a doctor. He's highly trained as an eye doctor. For example, my brother's an eye doctor, highly trained, helpful. Man, they are there to help you, to serve you, to make sure that everything's okay. Helpful, honest, honest. They always tell the truth. They tell you what's true, even if it's hard. Everybody, honest friend in their life. Patient, patient. I'm a new teacher at Crystal House. Brittany has been very patient with me. She is a patient person. Reliable. Man, reliable means you can depend on them. They are always going to do the job, and they're going to do it right, and they're going to do it on time. Reliable. All right, of some other adjectives to describe people you work with. Let's see what we have here. So answers, of course, answers will vary. Let's see what I have here. Well, they don't give us any ideas. Well, that's not very helpful. Can you think of some other adjectives? Let's see. Let me close that. All right, let's just brainstorm a few more ideas, okay? So maybe you work with a fast worker. Maybe the guy like next to you is really fast at what he does. Okay, that's one possibility. Fast. What about maybe you work with a diligent. Have you ever heard this word? Diligent means he's faithful to get the job done. He's diligent. So that's another possibility. What about slow? That's the opposite of fast. The guy is slow. We could even say lazy. A lazy worker. Man, every time they can, they go for a smoke break. They do as little work as possible. They're slow, they're lazy. So these are a couple of other ideas. Okay, continue on. Let me just pause for a second. All right, students, let's take a look at these pictures, okay? In the directions it says, talk with a partner. Look at the pictures. Answer the questions. So in your notebook, take out your notebook and write down question 1 and 2. And then see if you can write a response. What are these people doing? What are their jobs? Let's take a look at that first of all. What are these people doing? What do you think, picture A, what do you think this girl is doing in picture A? She's looking, she has a table here. She's looking at a picture. It looks like she's got some cloth, scissors, colors. There's some dresses behind her. It looks to me like she's designing clothing. What kind of person do you think, what is her job? Well, she's a clothes designer, a fashion designer. Okay, what are these people doing? I see 3 men looking at a computer. Here's an old man. He looks like a teacher. My guess, computer teacher. And he is teaching these students. What about picture C? What do you see? What is the girl doing? The woman. The woman has two cameras. She is taking a picture. Do you know what we call this person? We call this person a photographer. A photographer. Let's take a look at picture D. What is this guy doing? He is cutting. Bzzz, he's cutting a board with a saw. It looks like he's building a house. What do we call this person's job? He is a construction worker. He's a construction worker. Look at picture E. Picture E. What are they doing? I see two men chopping vegetables. I see a carrot. I see a red pepper, a yellow pepper, an orange pepper, maybe some apples. This man is cutting the vegetables. They're working in a kitchen. I see trays. What is their job? They are chefs. They are chefs. Very good. Okay. Let's take a look at picture F. What do you see in the picture? I see two ladies. This lady is helping another lady try on a coat. I see some clothes hanging up. I see some shelves with some other clothes and items on the racks. What do we call this lady? She is in a clothing store and she's helping a client. So she's a shop owner, a clothing shop owner. All right, good. Very good. All right, hey students, this is Josh, and I want to show you a great tool. I'm actually at dictionary.com, and there's a tab here called thesaurus.com. So a dictionary allows you to find the meaning and a lot of other stuff of any word in English. A thesaurus is a powerful tool to find synonyms. Do you guys see this word? Synonyms. Those are words that have opposite meaning. You can also get definitions. So let's just type a word in, for example. Okay? And let's do a quick search and see what happens. So we're looking for the word slow. Internet is for sure. This. So look at this one word, slow, right? Slow. Look at all these words, synonyms for slow. We've got easy, gradual, heavy, lackadaisical. Ooh, there's a fun word. A lackadaisical person is a lazy person. Leisurely, lethargic, passive, quiet, reluctant, sluggish, stagnant, crawling, creeping, dawdling. The man is dawdling at work. It means he's slow, he's messing around. Loitering, there's a great one. Loitering, measured, plodding, postponing, ideas, they're synonyms to slow. So listen, when you're writing, it's a great idea to use dictionary.com or thesaurus.com. The other beautiful thing is you can see the word used in a sentence. Let's check that out. See if we can find it here. All right, so when you scroll down, you're going to see there's lots of information. Here's some example sentences with the word slow in it. But changed as he was not slow in recognizing his old enemy, Robert Rushton. So this is a thesaurus, okay? All right, let's jump back over to our lesson. I'm going to ask you a question. Which one of these jobs do you think you would like the most? Which one would go best with your personality? So in the stream today, I'd like you to post number one, what is your personality and what is your job? Okay? Your favorite job, or what do you think your favorite job would be? Let's jump over to the stream in the classroom and you guys will see the post, the question I asked you today. You guys are going to notice once you get inside our class that I have posted a question. And I'd like to post a question each day, okay? All right, Simplice, good job. He's already responded. So if you guys would, read the question each day, and it will have something to do with it. What is your personality type? Why do you think so? What is a good job for you? So down here in the comment section in the stream, tell me, that is your personality type? And then finally, what do you think would be the best job for you? And you can pick from those pictures and just post your response right here. I would love to hear from you. Your classmates would love to hear from you too. Okay? All right, hey students, I'd like to ask you several questions to get you thinking about the topic. The three questions to take out your notebook. Questions. Question number one. Let's take a look. What do you like more, taking photographs or cooking? Okay, so write that question down in your notebook and then answer it in your notebook. You never know. I may ask you when we meet next about these questions. Which do you enjoy more, teaching or drawing plans? Number three, got a little error there. Should be an H on there. Which do you dislike more, building things or putting things together? Why? These are great questions. I would love to know your answers to these. It would be very interesting. Write your answers down in complete sentences. All right, final activity today. Again, I want you to get out your notebook. And what I have in front of us here is a classified ad. You don't see these as much anymore, but they actually still exist. In the newspaper, if you buy a newspaper, there's a section in the newspaper called classified ads. Classified ads have open job positions. So in the advertisement, it will have a description of the job, and a lot of times it'll have adjectives to describe the job. So what I'd like you to do is take a minute and in your journal, can you find the adjectives in this classified ad? What are some of the adjectives that you see? All right, let's read this together and see if we can find some of the adjectives. Home inventory service. Business, start your own business. Documenting personal property. Easy, there's an adjective. Fun, there's another adjective. And very profitable. Ooh, now there's a good one, right? Do you know what profitable means? It means you'll make a lot of money. Industry leading startup kit. Only $3.49. www.homejournalbusiness.com. So this is a classified. Do you think you would enjoy this job? It says it's easy, it's fun, it's profitable. And notice it's a business, a personal business that you start in your own home. There's another adjective. Personal property. So you own the property. Okay. Personal property. Let's take a look at the next slide real quick. There we go. All right, let's read this and see if we can find the adjectives. Niche opportunity, providing first responders exclusive military grade benefits. 1099, subtractor tractor position. Dynamic, there's a really nice, so here's one adjective. Dynamic. Extensive. Ongoing training. Strong, there's another nice adjective. Strong team environment. Believe it or not, that's being used as an adjective too to describe environment. It's extensive training. It's ongoing training. It's dynamic training. All of these are adjectives describing training. Strong environment, team environment. These are all adjectives describing the environment. Positions subject to available territory. Ooh, 75K to 300K possible. And here's the web address. So those are some more great adjectives. Here's another one up here. Exclusive, okay, one of a kind. Military grade benefits. These are all adjectives. Exclusive benefits, military benefits, grade benefits, all describing benefits. Lots of great nouns. Okay, nouns or adjectives are so important. All right, students, so the last thing I want to say for today, organizer, is, so before you write anything, okay, you should organize your ideas or think about, we use the word brainstorm your ideas. So we want you to think about your descriptive adjectives that would describe you, one you work with. And you might think about different types of jobs. So you could list adjectives. Maybe you're writing a paper about, for example, this woman in this picture, and you want to be like. So you could use descriptive adjectives, them underneath the picture or above the picture, and talk about her personality type. You could also use the picture and describe what you see in the picture of what you're going to write about in regards to her personality and her job. So use a graphic organizer like a picture and even a list, just a list of one specific thing. What's her personality? What are different possible personalities types that this woman go good with this type of a job? So you want to start there thinking about your topic, okay? What's the person doing? What are some adjectives to describe then we can put it together in a nice paragraph. All right? Hey, have a wonderful day, students.